So the basic principle about Amazon and understanding Amazon is this. Show me what an ad looks like. Let's start from the actual ads themselves. You can see they have very few elements. You can see the cover, a little section with a few lines of copy, sometimes, not always. The reviews, obviously, the number of reviews and the quality, and usually the price that I've cut out in this screenshot. I don't know why, but it's usually showing the price as well. So you can see there's not much that you need to do in terms of graphic design or anything like that, unlike Facebook or BookBub. But the thing is, you can see these are basically the fundamentals that we spoke about before. So you will see how important these are. These need to be absolutely great, especially the cover, the title, if it's important for your genre or for your niche, market, if it's nonfiction, but also the reviews. You can see how prominent the reviews are in this little screenshot. Usually the ads appear below on a book's page, basically. If you scroll down a little bit, you will see this that we call carousel, and it's a collection of ads. And you can see in this specific instance, we have 20 pages of carousel. So if this is a screenshot, so I can't do it, but if I were to click on the arrow here, I could be going on for 20 pages. Now, you will always recognize an ad, even though they try to make them to look as organic as possible. You'll always recognize them because they have this little tag here that says sponsored. Now, you can see the competition is very, very fierce these days. And so our aim is to get into the number one position, possibly, or at least in this page, because I've never scrolled past page 2 or 3, and I don't think you have either, unless you're very, very interested in ads. But you can see, it's very competitive, and so we need to do things right um, to be in the right place. So the goal, really, what it all comes down to is winning the placement. So the goal is to be number one in the search results or in the carousel, which is what I just showed you. So if you, instead of looking at a book's page, in this case, you type a term, for example, a keyword into the search bar up here on Amazon, you will see that all of these books, so this is what is called above the fold. So before I start scrolling, all I can see is sponsored results. These 3 books here are ads, and you can see that because it says sponsored here. This book here is an ad as well. And so, organic reach is dead. Not completely, but we're not far from it. So even though I've written something in the search bar, all I get, as before I start scrolling, are sponsored results, and so ads. And this is, um, it's fortunate in a way because obviously we can control, but unfortunate in another one because we obviously have competition. And I wanted to just share a little bit. This is a little bit technical, but I just wanted to show you how this works. So basically, how can we be, if we've got a mystery, thriller, suspense, how can we be in this place? How can we beat Keenan Powell to this number one spot? Essentially, the way Amazon ads work largely is called pay-per-click advertising. So basically, you bid on a term. Again, for simplicity purposes, let's say you're bidding on this term. And basically, you need to be the highest bidder on the one hand, because obviously you need to outbid all the other people. But also, and this is true for 2023, but wasn't true a few years ago, you need to be relevant as well. So in the past, if I had a gardening book and basically I would bid, I don't know, a crazy amount like $12 for this keyword, I would show up as number one in the search results for mystery thriller suspense with a gardening book. These days, obviously, the algorithm has gotten much, much, much smarter, and so I can't do that anymore. I also need to factor in relevancy. So it's basically a game of mediating between what you bid, the amount you bid, and the relevancy of your targets.